Gladys King, the famous R&B singer, has finally addressed the rumors about Diana Ross's life and career. For years, there have been all sorts of speculations, but Gladys has set the record straight by sharing what really happened. She's put an end to all those rumors once and for all. You friends again? You and Diana Ross? We never were really friends. Are you friends now? Yeah, I'm always going to be cordial to anybody. You keep your drama, You're not going to take me with you over there. When we think of an icon, Diana Ross is the first name that pops into our heads. She's an absolute treasure with a stunning legacy that has transformed music history. However, the industry lost a star too soon. Let's dive deep into the controversies surrounding her life. Diana Ross was born in Detroit, Michigan on March 26, 1944. She was the second of 6 children born to Ernestine and Fred Ross Sr. Her mom named her Diane, but due to a mistake on the birth certificate, it read Diana. Despite this, her family and friends in Detroit always called her Diane. Diana grew up with her sisters Barbara and Rita, and her brothers Arthur, Fred, Jor, and Wilbert, who was nicknamed Chico. Raised in a Christian household, specifically Baptist, the Ross family lived at 635 Belmont Street in Detroit's North End, close to Highland Park, Michigan. Their neighbor was none other than Smokey Robinson. When Diana was 7, her mother fell seriously ill with tuberculosis, so her parents sent the kids to live with their grandparents, Reverend William Moten and his wife in Bessemer, Alabama. Once her mother recovered, Diana and her siblings moved back to Detroit. On her 14th birthday in 1958, Diana Ross's family moved to the working-class Brewster Douglass housing projects on St. Antoine Street. Diana attended Cass Technical High School, a 4-year college prep magnet school in downtown Detroit. Aspiring to become a fashion designer, she took classes in clothing design, millinery, pattern making, and tailoring. She also took modeling and cosmetology classes in the evenings and on weekends, and participated in various school activities, including the swim team. In 1960, Diana made history by becoming Hudson's downtown Detroit store's first African-American busgirl. To make some extra money, she also provided hairdressing services to her neighbors. She graduated from Cass Tech in January 1962. So, how did Diana become the icon we know today? Can her skills be traced back to her childhood? Stay tuned to uncover the truth about Diana Ross. Diana Ross started her singing journey in school by forming a girl group inspired by a local all-male group. Her professional career started in 1959 when she and some neighborhood friends created the pop-soul vocal group known as the Primettes, which later became the Supremes. This name was inspired by their sister act association with the Primes, who eventually became the Temptations. Diana has captivated audiences for over 5 decades with her unique blend of soul and style. Her delicate soprano voice, impeccable fashion sense, and perfect songs have always set her apart. The Supremes quickly made a name for themselves, catching the eye of Smokey Robinson, who helped them land a recording contract. This was the start of Diana's incredible career. After a brief stint with Lupine Records, they got a chance to audition for Motown. In August 1960, they auditioned for Berry Gordy. However, when he found out they were only 16, he told them to come back after graduating from high school. The group didn't give up and returned to Motown, eventually signing with Berry Gordy in 1961. They considered several names like the Melodies, the Sweet Peas, and the Jewelettes before settling on the Supremes. The group, consisting of Diana Ross, Mary Wilson, and Florence Ballard, later replaced by Cindy Birdsong in 1967, signed with Motown Records in 1960 and released their first single the following year. Despite their talent, they were initially nicknamed the No-Hit Supremes by Motown employees, but they persevered and went on to become one of the most successful and influential groups in music history. However, the Supremes didn't become famous overnight. It took some time to create the distinctive look and sound that eventually made them legendary. For 3 years, Berry Gordy tried pairing the group with different musicians and songs without success. Finally, in 1964, the songwriters Holland Dozier Holland gave the Supremes their first #1 hit with Where Did Our Love Go? The unique sound featured Diana Ross's precise, breathy voice, chiming bells, and a subtle rhythm section. Between July 1964 and May 1965, the Supremes had a streak of 5 consecutive #1 hits on the pop charts, including Baby Love, Stop, In the Name of Love, and Someday We'll Be Together. In 1967, the group was renamed Diana Ross and the Supremes, hinting at Diana's upcoming solo career, which she launched in 1970. Over the past 5 decades, Diana has sold over 100 million records, released 57 albums, and earned numerous #1 hits and awards. Diana Ross's solo career began in 1970. She has released 25 studio albums and numerous singles and compilations, selling more than 100 million records worldwide. Her debut solo album featured the hit Ain't No Mountain High Enough, her first #1 single without the group. In 1972, she starred in the biographical film about Billie Holiday, Lady Sings the Blues, which received spectacular reviews and earned her a Golden Globe Award. 5 years later, she starred as Dorothy in The Wiz, an African-American adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. In 1980, Diana released the album Diana, which included the hit single Upside Down. This song became her 5th #1 single and was also hugely popular internationally. Diana remains her most successful album, reaching #2 on the Billboard 200 chart and staying on the chart for 52 weeks. Throughout her solo career, Diana Ross has continued to perform on film, television, and stage, solidifying her status as an enduring icon. In 1980, Diana Ross left Motown and signed a $20 million contract with RCA, the largest amount ever paid to a single artist at the time. While with RCA, she released several gold-certified albums and numerous hit singles. In 1983, the Supremes reunited for the TV special Motown 25, Yesterday, Today, Forever, performing one song. Ross performed at the Super Bowl in 1996 and presented at the MTV Video Music Awards. 3 years later, she proposed a Supremes reunion tour in 2000, but Mary Wilson and Cindy Birdsong declined due to contract disagreements. The tour continued with 2 replacements, but was canceled after its first shows due to poor sales. Diana Ross has received numerous accolades, including singing for the Queen of England in 2007. She earned 2 stars on Hollywood's Walk of Fame and was honored by the Kennedy Center for her influence on American culture. She continues to be active in music, releasing records and touring in the US, Canada, and Europe. On November 16, 2016, Ross was named one of the 21 Presidential Medal of Freedom recipients, the nation's highest civilian honor. In 2023, the Supremes co-founders Ross, the late Mary Wilson, and Florence Ballard received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Ross became the first woman to win this award twice, having earned a solo honor in 2012.